Kaitlyn. I'm an occupational therapist, and I just wanted to share a few OT tips with you for today. Before I do that, I just want to also recognize all the caregivers and parents who are out there fulfilling all these extra roles for their children. I think you're doing amazing, and I hope that these tips can make, if you're still working on your daily routine, your life a little bit easier. So I wanted to talk about a visual schedule. And as adults, I don't think we realize how much we rely on visuals. We have alerts on our phones. We have a calendar when we get to work of our meetings and our appointments. We might just have a repetitive schedule where we know exactly what to expect when we get there. So for kids, they were kind of there. They knew exactly what to expect. They were more than halfway through the school year. And that was very disrupted when they started having to stay at home every day and do more virtual or at-home lessons. So a visual schedule is a simple picture representation of what to expect during their day. And you can make different ones if you know that their schedule is changing. You can maybe make it the night before and go over it with them so that they know it's going to look different day to day, especially if you're working full time from home. So you could do it on flip art with a Word document. You could do it, draw it and write it out. You could use some app options that we're going to share below to make a virtual visual schedule. Or even take pictures on your phone and kind of show kids, maybe scroll through them and show them what's coming up in their day. So this is a pretty simple one. It might be a school day. Maybe they have reading or writing in the morning, followed by a computer live lesson. And I put a trampoline to remind us to maybe include some movement activities because kids were changing classes and they were going to recess and they were going to different centers. So putting this into their daily routine is really important for them to participate and also keep that normal kind of day-to-day movement that they were doing. And then they might go to lunch, and in the afternoon, this might be a good time to give kids a choice. Sharing control is very important in giving choices right now because kids don't have a lot of control over what's happening in their day-to-day life. They can't see their friends when they want to. They can't do those activities they wanted to do. So giving them the option, like during a movement break, do you want to go outside or do you want to do an obstacle course in our room? Maybe if they're older and they have to do like a math assignment, do you want to do it in the morning or the afternoon time? So those kind of choices can give kids a little bit more control over their schedule and help them participate a little bit easier. So that's all the OT tips I have for you today. I'm going to pass it off to Katie, who has a few more.
Another way you can structure your kids' daily activities are to use the actual objects of the items or activities you're working on. For example, if you are having your child do a fine motor activity, then a craft, then a movement activity of a keep it up volleyball game, and then some writing activities, you can show them what to expect, reduce confusion, and help them transition to from one activity to another. For example, once they finish their fine motor task, they'll put it in this basket and they'll know that that is completed. Another activity you could do to help structure a daily routine is to use the JAR method. And with this, you put a bunch of activities in here. It can be, fine motor, visual motor, gross motor, any kind of activities you want. And that way they will have to go and pick one out and see what they get. And this might reduce time asking, what do I do next, or I'm bored. And this might be, your board jar or something like that where you can direct them to so that they feel more independent with some of those activities and structuring their day so that you're not always, cueing them or having to tell them, what's the next step. We just want to let you know you're doing a great job. This is a challenging time, and any of these tips are, if you need them, great, but if not, no worries. That is totally up to you. We miss you all, and we hope you are staying healthy and doing well, and we can't wait to see you so soon.